Hello and welcome back to Starcraft Brood War Part 8, and in this episode, Egg! The Battle of Braxis. Alright.
The Battle of Taxes.
Kind of. Alright, so you know how in the original StarCraft 1 campaign, each campaign went through a mission where you were given a limited amount of units, and you had to reach the end of the objective without dying, right?
Oh, of course. Those are the Pikmin 2 dungeon crawlers.
Yes. Well, this mission has 4 of those.
Oh my god. You gotta do all 4 of them? Are they brief?
They are brief, but yes.
Oh yeah, and how misleading that they... Oh right, because destroy all power... We await with bated breath to see how they will divvy up this mission into arbitrary segments.
No, they're not arbitrary, I promise, but they feel arbitrary from time to time. By the way, this is a new faction for us, the United Earth Directorate. They are all the way from the ruling empire of Earth. Apparently, Russia took over Earth before we ended up with a massive space program from the Southern American Bible Belt.
Cape Canaveral.
Of course. Executor.
So does that mean we get to use some new units?
Not new units, no. We get to use a limited number of units.
So it's not different, it's just next.
Alright.
Alright, so paddle up, everybody.
Artanis and the scouts are very important for this mission, but the most important thing about this mission are these observers that you get access to. Keep the observers of the shuttles alive at all costs, as you will need them later on for pretty much the tail end of the mission. You will need to keep your shuttles alive as well, but they are not nearly as important, because you can get replacement shuttles. If Artanis dies, the mission is a failure.
So that also means that they can't blow up the vessel that she's riding in.
Artanis is not riding in anything. Artanis is one of the scouts.
Oh. Is Artanis a male or female?
Artanis is Protoss, but given the voice acting, male.
Oh, gotcha. That was my mistake.
This is how you want to deal with most of the missile turrets that you can. You want to have your dragoons attack them from out of range in order to make it so that they can do so safely. I do this segment here so that I have a decent landing zone for other forces to come in and aid us. Technically, you don't actually need to get rid of most of the missile turrets in this mission, but you should, because it'll open up traversal paths for everybody.
And it also opens up pathways to healing by cathartic retribution upon the things that made you retry this more than once.
Die!
There we go. Inch the observer a bit closer. That way we can actually have that guy in sight. Then move the dragoons up so that they can shoot at it.
Oh, thank God for comparative range and distances.
Now the yellow rectangles on our mini map are where we want to send our units, because those are the power generators for all of the missile turrets. Unfortunately, sending in our scouts is going to be a bit of a problem, because there's a boatload of missile turrets all over the place. So, yeah. Save often.
Save often. The plains of oblivion are a dangerous realm.
Also, as long as Artanis actually has shield, I would personally recommend having him be the forerunning scout, because he takes less damage due to his hero nature than having native armor and plasma shield, and he also has a shitload more shield and HP than all of your other units.
State your will.
So if you can keep Artanis in front, you should be able to divert enemy fire to him specifically, and with that, yeah, it should go slightly more smooth for you.
Oh yeah, it's just
You still want to keep him out of range of missile turrets, though.
right, missile turrets. Gotcha. But other things are cool because they will allow the guy who can take the hits to take the hits.
And we almost lost a scout there.
Vicious. Alright, well this is a good thing we saved, but it looks like we are making a bold decision to resist the urge to try again. Although I suppose... See? That bullshit? Yes.
Yeah,
I saw
the missile turrets very specifically have inconsistent attack ranges, and that's the big issue that this mission ends up having. There are very clearly inconsistent attack ranges on the stationary structures, as well as other units. It gets to be a really big point throughout a majority of this mission. Thankfully, after you take down the first power generator, at the very least, the first front is mostly a safe landing zone now.
Mostly.
Yes, mostly. Oh look, some DTs and Dragoons! Yay!
So this is that's backup.
No, we're definitely supposed to be using those.
Watch! His pathing kills me again!
Yeah.
Saving game! For just such a contingency.
Honor guide me.
Bless the
Alright.
Zerg!
Alright, hold hands now.
I am ready.
Yes, you two, observer. You two back there who needs to be in the range of selection.
Alright, just sneak these guys up here past the bunker.
Sneaky.
Alright, land here. Damn it!
We're taking heavy fire! Pull back!
Not heavy fire, but fire in general, and that's a problem.
God damn it!
Yeah, I tell you what, this whole idea of like sneaking around enemy defenses, like, because this has got to be a thing in competitive play, is just knowing where the cutoff point is where enemies can actually fire. Because if you know that cutoff point, then your enemies will not get hurt as much.
Well, rather, your forces won't get hurt as much.
And then you go in, you kill all their scouts, and you make them piss their pants.
Make sure that you do adequate scouting around the area with your observers, because if you don't, you're just going to end up in a very bad place. Now, what I'm trying to do at the moment is set up a landing party for the far northern segment, so I can get those units, because I think that particular one gives us some Archons to go with. But we're having problems actually formulating how we're supposed to do that.
Yes, not the enemies, not the turrets, nor the gunfire, but the paths. The paths.
Damn it! No! Scout away!
Flee.
So what I'm attempting to do here is bait out that Wraith that was firing at our units. That way we can have Artanis and the Scouts rip it in half, because Artanis and the Scouts do absurdly high amounts of damage anti-air style. But unfortunately, we had to scout with our Zealots and our DTs because, well, they're our fastest units.
God, this map is really laying it on thick how terrible this mission is. Everything looks the same, a lot of narrow corridors. Doesn't even feel like we're making progress even though we're inching up the map. This would really grind my gears. If I had to redo this multiple times, yeah, my gears would have been ground to dust.
And of course, my stationary units lock off passages all the goddamn time. If my micro was better, this would be a less painful mission, but I don't have good micro.
It's not.
So what's new in the world of Cloud as we continue to complain about how difficult this mission is?
Well, I was already explaining to you how Ajax is referenced in the Anid, and I actually had, while our scouts determine if this is their exit on the freeway, let me say that Ajax apparently is a force of great influence in the ancient world, right? Likely one of the gods,
Yes.
although I'm not all too clear, just bringing up exactly a point where he's mentioned by name. There is that. I also realized that one of the main characters in Borderlands pre-sequel is named Zarpedon, Z-A-R-P-E-D-O-N, and I had just located a name in the Anid. That name is Sarpedon, with an S, leading me to believe that they ripped off ancient history.
They're not ripping off. They're specifically homaging.
And they thought that nobody would
Damn
ever
it,
find
Scout,
We're about
stop!
to lose one of our scouts. Flee. Oh, Jesus. We have one guy who has not yet settled his affairs.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
No, they have not. Pull back.
We're just letting our scouts very slowly take out this power generator because that, yeah, fuck pathing.
Pathing.
There. Now that'll take down a majority of the missile turrets that were in our way over here.
I still see some scattered green on the map. Oh, good. Reinforcements.
Yes, those would be our other observers that are over there.
Okay, I see. So every time we take out a base, we get another wave of reinforcements.
Yep.
Thus making the proverbial modulated advancement through the game. Save, please, save. We got more characters on the board now.
Unfortunately, because I didn't take down the two bunkers that are over here yet, we are gonna have to still go the long way around with this new shuttle.
Right. Didn't we mention that pathing is complicated by things other than the controls?
The controls, honestly, for StarCraft 1 and Brood War are fine, but the level design and how units move through it is the big issue. Hence why we generalize it as pathing. No shuttles! Don't go that far up!
No, there's strength in numbers, but missile fired at numbers.
Pull back, goddammit.
Oh,
up
and
the higher
also,
ground.
my DTs aggroed the missile turret and are attempting to run to it, and I have not noticed it on the map yet. Oh look! My DTs are all the way the fuck over here getting ripped apart by a single bunker.
Oh god, it's 2 on 3. Run. Run. Escape their firing ranges or something. Don't worry, they'll just chill out right there. They already have a job.
And die!
Yeah. And in the next part, we continue slugging our way through this stupid, terrible mission. Fuck this mission.
Stupid, terrible, execrable.
The only important
dumb,
part about this mission is that we got
foul,
introduced to the UED, and we talked over their intro, so...
idiotic,
Meh.
unnecessary, superfluous, unneeded, unexpected.